Hello, hello, my party people. Welcome to Blue Fox Cosplay. On this episode of Food for Thought, I will be, first, if you're watching the video, I am building the Pokemon Typhlosion for one of my good friends, and kind of just recently got into this little sculpting thing with the clay, but it's been fun, so I'm enjoying it. And that's actually what we're talking about today, is doing the things that you enjoy and having the time to actually put aside and enjoy yourself, enjoy the things that you love, and give yourself the space to have those little moments. So I remember growing up, going to the mall with my friends or meeting up at the mall, and then like my mom would go shopping somewhere else, even outside of the mall, and it was cool because I had my friends there. I felt safe. It was pretty much safe back then, and the conversations were just like so silly, but they were so fun. And we would walk around for like 3 to 4 hours, not realizing how much time had gone by, and just we were having the best of times. We would go to the candy store and get these huge bags of candy, and the funnest thing was, if that particular friend, like if we were having like a little slumber party or whatever, having a friend stay over for the night, we would play video games and eat the candy that we just bought at the mall. If we went by Claire's, we would like show off our jewelry and all that stuff, but it was so much fun. We didn't have a lot of worries in that particular time. I don't think anybody really worried that much about the errors that you made, or the things that you forgot to do, or the chores that you didn't do on a certain day at a particular time, or whatever it may be. Just little stuff. Outside of high school, that's when things started to get a little crazy, because then you go to college, which is more work, there's more due dates, there's more deadlines, there's more responsibilities, and I ended up asking myself the other day, is all that really necessary? Like, couldn't we have just kept having fun and have like a recess hour to where we're not running back and forth to class or to work? And really all school did was basically ring a bell and tell you to go to the next class, and then another bell rings and then you go to the next class, and then the bell rings and you go to the next class. Finally, all the way up to the very end of the day. Our absolute favorite part. And if you were like me, a band geek, you looked forward to the practices after school. That was the highlight, because then I still got to hang out with all my friends and also enjoy music, and we were a part of something. Same thing I would imagine like for a football team or basketball team or dance club or whatever it may be. But in the world of career building and work and being an employee, it's very odd that all we do is go to work to survive, to go back to work, to make money, to enjoy things for 2 days or 2 weeks out of the whole entire 365 days in a whole year. That's not nearly enough time, and maybe that's why people have anxiety, or people are sick and or depressed or worried or have these chronic illnesses, because they don't remember how to actually stop and play and enjoy things. Even if it's an hour or 2 out of the day, put aside the time, and I promise you it'll make a world of difference. Do something every single day that you really enjoy. And even if you don't have the whole hour to do the thing, you probably need like 2 hours if that's what you think. But no, if you don't have the hour, take a half an hour. If you don't have the half an hour, at least take 15 minutes. Set aside some time to yourself to do something that you absolutely love. And I do want to talk about being an expert in your field of passion. And what that means is basically you are sitting upon $1 million idea. You just can't see it because it's probably something that you are doing so well that it's become just a natural thing to you. It's become like breathing. You don't think about breathing, you just do it. So whatever you're doing that you absolutely love and that you're good at and that is almost easy to you, and I mean really easy, do that and create it way bigger than what you actually think it is. Because chances are, whatever it is that you're doing so well, you probably think, how in the heck can I make money off of that? How in the heck can this create abundance for me in my life? Well, be creative, use your imagination. And I'm telling you, if you haven't read any material by Neville Goddard or listened to Bob Proctor or Aaron Dowdy is another one that I like to listen to. Please definitely check out at least 1 or 2 videos or a book from them, because especially Neville Goddard, he tells you the imagination, and it really is a field that you enter into of limitless possibilities. The imagination, to him, as he states it, is God, which if you think about it, that makes perfect sense. It's unlimited, absolutely infinite, and we can't even process the idea or the perception of infinity, because everything we've known since our entire existence has been beginning, middle, end, wake, and then you have the middle, say hypnagogia or whatever, and then sleep. You're always going through these 3 pillars of existence, except infinity. Infinity just goes forever, and so does your imagination. I'll post some more videos about the mind and what all it is capable of doing, because chances are you've either heard of this information before, or you're curious about it, or you may have been a deep diver like me and are now in the world of quantum mechanics and quantum theory. However, it doesn't matter. Just continue with that. Continue searching, because chances are if you arrived at this video, it is for a very good reason. So I want to give you something that you can use. So, first things first, look into at least 1 or 2 short videos by Neville Goddard and or Bob Proctor. Listen to them very carefully, and I want you to write down something valuable that you took from that video and or book, whatever the content is. Take something from it, and I want you to apply that to your imagination. Then what I want you to do, if you journal or if you write in a diary, I want you to ask yourself a very important question before you go to bed. And I mean, write down this question. Even if you have to do it 3 or 4 nights in a row, I want you to do it every night until you dream or arrive at an answer that you feel is the right one for you. You'll be surprised at what the mind can do. Let it surprise you. It's pretty magical. Kind of like when you get a new car or a different car and you start driving it, and then you've never seen the cars on the road, but all of a sudden you're noticing all the cars that now are similar to yours. Works the same way. Basically, what you put out into the universe will echo back to you. So write down a question, and some examples would be, what is it that I want to do full time for the rest of my life that would give me absolute joy? Or, what can I do now that will reveal to me the abundance that I already have? And if those aren't quite what you're looking for, follow your gut. I don't want to say follow your heart, because that's a whole Disney movie slogan, and we don't want to go there right now. But you know what I'm talking about. So write down a question that you want to ask yourself, as if you are to get the answer to it, because chances are you will. It may not be as easy to read, but I promise you the answer will be there. Keep doing it. If you don't feel like you have the answer, keep doing it until you arrive at something, and chances are it'll slap you in your face, and then you're going to be like, oh crap, I could have been doing this the whole time. And that's okay. That's the magic of it. Now, there will probably be moments where you feel some fear or anxiety coming into this. Turn that into excitement and know that it's working for you always. You are always in the right place at the right time for the right purpose. And I also want you to write that down. If you don't have a diary or a journal, just write it on a sticky note or something, stick it on your pillow. I don't really care. Just write it on something and put it near you when you sleep. There's this really cool thing that happens when we sleep. We kind of enter this nice brainwave state that allows us to open our subconscious mind. And if you can hold on to it, you'll kind of float in between wake and sleep. That's that scary stage you feel where you're almost falling and then you jump. You want to kind of be in the moment where you start to fall, but you don't freak out, okay? What I'm basically trying to say is just relax into it and trust the process. Awareness is the key. So be aware before you go to bed. If you have to look at what you've written down before you fall asleep, then go ahead and do that. But do it often. Make it a practice. It's important that you do this, because what if you go your whole life and you realize close to the end of it that you could have been doing something to make your life better? And you deserve to have it. You deserve to have the best of the best. So go get it. And chances are you're sitting right on top of it. Like I said, it's something that you're doing that is worth so much value, and it's so easy to you that you've forgotten that you're doing it. But one more tip for the day that I wanted to add to this segment of Food for Thought is to make sure to celebrate yourself. That's one of the most exciting things we can do. And as adults, again, we forget to do those things. We go through school and the little milestones that we make. If we get an A on our report card, it's exciting. Or if we get to go to recess or a field trip, make things exciting again in your life. Like, things are pretty crazy in the world. I'm not even going to say crazy because that's just a title that I'm going to slap on it. Things are going exactly how they should in this particular moment in time. And the best thing we can do is just come at it with a force of positivity and acceptance, because it is what it is. Otherwise, it wouldn't be. You are always in the right place at the right time for the right purpose. The important thing is what you do with the experience that you are having. Make it mean something. Nothing has meaning unless we give it meaning. So make it mean something to you. If you're going through a hard time, make it mean something. Chances are when you get to the other side, you're going to be like, dang, I went through all of that. But look at it like you literally went through something a lot of people would have given up in. All the small things. Just make sure to remember that. You're freaking awesome, so celebrate that. The ups, the downs, everything. All of it is meant for you to experience it. But anywho's, that is all for this episode of Food for Thought. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me once again. And remember, keep celebrating you. Love you guys.